how we say things like someone has a sunny disposition or that ideas are flowing freely? I mean, we use these phrases all the time, right? We don't even think about it. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover the secret life of these words. We're diving deep into the hidden power of metaphor.
Kind of seems like a weird question, right? I mean, one's about the weather, the other's an emotion. But that link, that's the key. It's the perfect way to start understanding one of the coolest and most creative tools our language has.
All right, so let's break this down. A metaphor is basically when you borrow a word from its normal job to paint a more vivid picture somewhere else. Think about it. When we say a sunny smile, obviously we're not talking about the actual weather. What we're doing is taking that feeling, that bright, warm, happy feeling of a sunny day, and applying it to a smile. It's such a simple trick, but wow, does it add a ton of depth to how we talk.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about one of the most fundamental metaphors we've got, light and dark. And these aren't just, physical things. They're like the primary colors we use to paint our own emotional landscapes. And the basic code here is super simple, really. In English, light is pretty much always connected to good stuff, happiness, positive feelings. And on the flip side, you've got darkness, which we link to negative things like being sad or angry. I mean, just think about it. The light at the end of the tunnel versus a dark mood. You get the feeling instantly, don't you? And here's where it gets really vivid. This metaphor makes the feeling totally physical. When someone's face lights up, you can almost see that flash of brightness, can't you? It's this visual shortcut that shows pure, sudden joy way better than just saying, "Hey, I'm happy." And of course, here's the exact opposite. A face that darkens. Well, it's like watching a storm cloud roll in. That single word instantly tells you everything's shifted to anger or sadness. It's just a super powerful and efficient way to describe a really complex emotional change. All right, let's move on to our next element, water. I mean, water is all about movement, right? It can flow, it can flood, it can trickle, and what we've done is borrow all those different kinds of movement to talk about things that have absolutely nothing to do with H2O. So just think about that for a second. How can a liquid describe something like a conversation or a crowd of people? Well, it's because we all just get how water behaves. We understand it without thinking, and we just map those behaviors onto other parts of our lives. And this just nails the concept perfectly. When ideas flow, we picture them moving easily, like a calm river. A flood of tears? That's an overwhelming, totally uncontrollable rush of emotion. And when people trickle into a room, we immediately see this slow, sparse movement. Every single word paints a completely different picture. Okay, our final theme, and this one is probably the most intense of all, fire and heat. When we need to talk about really powerful, often sudden feelings, this is the language we reach for. We're talking flames, sparks, and straight up burning. So what's the key here? Well, fire is intense, it's energetic, and yeah, it can be dangerous. And that is exactly why we use its language for our biggest, strongest feelings. Things like anger, passion, even embarrassment. They all feel like they have a real heat to them, this powerful energy that's just hard to control. A heated debate. Come on, we've all been in one of those, right? It's not just a disagreement. That one word, heated, tells you everything you need to know. Tempers are rising, emotions are high. It feels like the actual temperature in the room is going up. And this one? Even more dramatic. When tempers flared, that's a sudden, almost dangerous burst of anger. It's exactly like striking a match. This isn't a slow burn, it's a full-on explosion. But hey, fire isn't always a bad thing. To go out in a blaze of glory, that's about ending something in the most spectacular, unforgettable way possible. In this case, that blaze is all about positive, powerful intensity. So there you have it. We've seen how light, water, and fire give us this sort of secret language to describe the world. And now that you know what to look for, you've basically got a brand new tool in your toolkit for understanding language on a way deeper level. So what's the big takeaway? Honestly, the real secret to all this is just to start paying attention. When you're reading or just listening to people talk, start trying to notice when a super familiar word like dark or flow or heat is being used in a way that's a little bit different. That's your clue. That's how you spot a metaphor out in the wild. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? The next time you hear yourself say you're feeling blue or that an idea has taken root, just pause for a second. Think about it. What other everyday words are out there just quietly leading these secret lives? I guarantee you, the more you start looking, the more you're gonna find.